Welcome to the Connected Health Podcast. Today I have Harlow with me, and Harlow is a respected member in our local fitness and coffee industry. He's completely down to earth, super real, authentic, supports the community, and I'm just so grateful to have him on. Welcome.
Hey, thank you for having me.
So I wanted to start with your story. How did you get in the fitness industry? And then how did you get in the industry in Nashville specifically?
Long story, but of course, growing up playing sports, was always in the weight room, always working out, hanging out with the guys. So once I came to Nashville, which was like 96 when I moved to Nashville, way before it was cool. Of course, in college, working out, and then I started working at a play it again sports. I don't know if you know that.
I do.
Okay. So selling fitness equipment. I was in college for pre-med technically. So just trying to connect all the stuff. And then from there, once I graduated, I opened up my own plate again and then had it for about 10 years. But during that time, I also opened up CrossFit Upbeat. And more to the story, before that, I was part owner in CrossFit Music City.
Now, these are all parts of your story that I don't even know.
Been around a while.
Sounds like it. Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes you a local legend.
I don't know about legend, but I've been here a while.
Okay, then what happened after that?
So basically, we had the store, play it again. Then we had CrossFit Music City, kind of a bad business partner there, so had to dissolve that one. Uh, CrossFit Upbeat kind of opened up after that. Once I kind of licked my wounds from the partnership, and that kind of carries us into 2015, and then our lease came up for renewal, and 2015 in Nashville was like where the rocket ship started. So landlords wanted like 25% more to renew, and so we passed. And then I went to get a corporate job we repaired medical equipment, endoscopes, knee scopes, just anything outpatient surgery. I was a supply chain manager. And then 2000 into 2000, well, I have to go back. During that time, my brother-in-law worked out at Fit Lab, and the owner of Fit Lab at that point was like, I guess it's 2018, was in a bind. He had a wedding that he was in, but all his trainers had got stuck out of the country. So he had no one to run the gym. It was like 4 days. But my brother-in-law was like, "Can you help?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess, I can make sure no one gets hurt." So I just ran like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Monday, I think. And I thought that was all. And then I went to check in with the owner and kind of walked into him being a little upset. And I thought it was me, but it wasn't. He had the gym for sale, and the buyers at the last moment lowballed him. And he had to be out of town in like 30 days. He had got hired on with Apple as one of their lead consultants in nutrition. So he was in a bind.
Wow.
And then, yeah. And so in his kind of anger, I guess, he just kind of looked at me and goes, "You want to buy it?" So I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I've got to talk to the wife, find out a lot more. So after some negotiation, we took over the gym October of 18, and then had Fit Lab all the way to the beginning of this year.
That's quite the story. So you kind of
It's been
fell
a journey.
into it by accident.
Fit Lab, yes. Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Okay. I want to hear about your experience running it, and then I want to hear about the transition because I know nothing about that, but I'm very curious.
Okay. Uh, Experience running a gym. You have clients, it's a bit, it can be an emotional roller coaster, but it's really fun to see people grow and get better in life. And we never really were trying to push a competition level human, but we just want to see people function better in their daily activities. So, also owning a gym in 2020 was very interesting. We had to close for 77 days and just kind of hold on, which we had a great membership. Our membership was true love for them because no one dropped. Everyone kept their membership, and we were just doing video instruction and sending it to everybody. We survived. And then just kind of at the end of 2020, my corporate job dissolved with kind of the all the 2020 stuff. And so I went full time into the gym and I never looked back until recently.
Until recently, please tell us.
I'll say it wasn't on my bingo card to sell the gym last year, but it happened. Good friend of mine, and Greg from Chalked Up. We were training partners, and he's always wanted to grow the brand with a gym, but just can never find the right fit. He had a corporate job. Also, he's got young children. So, kind of towards the end of last year, I might have been missing some things with my children and probably expressed that to him. And then we started talking about him taking over. So, I have a teenager and then a 10-year-old. So, life is busy getting them around. So, after some long discussions, Greg took over at the beginning of this year and rebranded the gym as Chalked Up Training Grounds.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right over there on Charlotte.
Yeah. Off Charlotte Pike, right by the 440 intersection.
To come visit.
Yeah, definitely. I
So
know you're down the street at the coffee shop.
I'm by the hospital, so like I'm super close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What has changed besides ownership? Like, is programming changed? Has vibes changed? What does it look like?
Of course, branding has changed. So he's the black and white.
Yeah.
Kind of, we're seeing that a lot in the new model of gyms. Program has changed, but not a whole total change. He has dialed in to a little more grunt work, just sandbag carry, sandbag step ups. He's But other than that, membership's the same, and just trying to grow the business.
So are you a partner at all?
Not a partner.
Okay.
I do help since I understand having children
Yeah.
and owning a gym. So I'm doing a couple morning classes and a couple afternoon classes just to help him out. And then I have my personal clients still there.
This is amazing.
It's been a good transition.
I'm glad it worked out for both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have been friends for a long time, and I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner.
Well, like I said, it wasn't on the bingo card. So, but I live in Mount Juliet, so traffic's got a little worse in the past year. So just transitioning, trying to leave the gym to get to like after school activities was becoming complicated.
I can imagine the commute
Yeah.
and getting up for early clients is crazy.
At least I don't have traffic early in the morning.
That's true. That's true. So between the two of us, we've had conversations about working with similar clientele, like mostly women wanting to lose weight, women with kids, families, jobs, trying to do it all. And then I just wanted to chat with you about the common obstacles that you see that group of people have and how you coach them to overcome those obstacles so they can still stick to their training plan.
Common things I see is you what speak on this a lot. Under fueling,
Yes.
especially for moms, they put their stuff last too many times. Dads too. I see the dads do it also, but moms especially do it. They want to they want to get back to this certain body that they had before kids, and that's not always a reality. Like bodies change.
Yeah.
You've had multiple kids, which you can still have a great healthy body. So underfueling and undersleeping and not recovering very well. And then honestly, just the highs and lows. Schedules for kids is complicated. Sick kids, you might miss the gym for a whole week. You never know. Or sometimes they try to make up for that miss and work out 6 days straight. So just finding that balance point is a challenge. But yeah, that's probably the most common things I see.
And how do you coach people to remedy all of those things? I mean, I say it a lot, but maybe people will listen when they hear it from somebody else.
I say that same thing. I don't know if it works. Honestly, I just tell them, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, it's not a competition out here. You have time. If nothing else, move your body. Like, it doesn't always have to be the gym. Go for a walk, run with the kids, or whatever their activity is, if that's all you got. But yeah, I know it's hard because you're really tired, but just move.
Yeah. I think we also have to
Um,
talk about how many women compare themselves to the fancy Instagram moms whose house is always perfect and their morning routine is always perfect and they never miss a workout. And that's just not reality at all.
Not at all. That is a, a clip in a complicated life. Uh, but they do. You're right. The power of social media is pretty hard. And then, of course, probably my clientele's mid 30s, well, 30 to 45. And they're trying to compare themselves to the 20 to 25 influencer who's got a little more time.
Yeah. More time, no kids, maybe. Yeah. Mm.
So it is a challenge. And as far as just fueling themselves, I tell them not to, like take the time to eat for themselves. I mean, I have trained a lot of mothers, small children, and the child's in their lap while they're eating and taking half their food. And that's what parents do. But they have to figure out how to get their own fuel.
Yes. What are your best tips for that?
A little separation. Like, I know your kid wants you, but they can be at the table with you and not sitting in your lap. That's a challenge. I understand, but you're gonna have to treat it like your gym regiment and just train that. It's hard. I have children, but I would do that, and also really focus on the morning. Afternoons, again, it depends on the age bracket of children,
Mhm.
but usually afternoons are complicated. So really make sure you're getting your nutrition in the morning. Really start your day off, and that kind of pushes you through the day. And then I'm not a nutritionist, so then I try to help find them one.
I also want to bring up the point of like planning, and there's only so much planning you can do when kids are young and crazy and running around, and anything could happen. But the more that you plan, the more likely that you will achieve success. And even if something falls off, there's plan B, there's plan C, or there's even just feeling good in the fact that you tried and you can try again tomorrow. So many women just get into this spiral of chaos. Like if one thing goes wrong, it's just like, screw it. I'm going to eat the entire box of Cheez Its just so I can eat something. And then we get to this place of not making progress. So I really appreciate those insights and advice, and even referring out if you don't have what it takes to really help the person with nutrition, especially.
Kind of more to that, as being a male trainer with female clients, males and females react different to training and fuel. So I definitely want to refer them out to someone that has a better understanding of what they need.
That's right. The basics are the basics: protein, fiber, water, sleep, build muscle.
Yeah.
That can be the same across everybody, but the nuances is where you need the specific advice.
Yeah. Protein always.
Yeah, every day. Do you have a favorite brand of protein coffee? I've always wanted to ask you this.
We make our own.
Maybe we should talk about that.
Now, I will say it's collagen based. It's a collagen based proteins. So we don't do the whey based. It gets a little clumpy.
Hmm.
So we do collagen based to keep it smooth. But yep, we keep them at the gym and we do home delivery. So just saying.
Well, let's talk about that. Caffeinated and confident. What is it? How did
Yes.
it start? Tell us everything.
So caffeinated and confident started from the gym. A good friend of mine, JP, was a member at the gym, but me and him hit it off like in the first 10 minutes we met. It was just one of those weird friendships. But we would always meet for coffee, just talk about our week or whatever. And then one day we talked about doing a podcast. So we started the Caffeinated and Confident podcast, which was just like coffee and conversation. In that, we kind of met some people through interviews. And instead of doing t-shirts as swag, we did coffee. And right? Makes sense.
Yeah.
And then being at the gym early in the mornings, talking to my clients, and be like, so what are you going to do for breakfast? Too many times I heard Starbucks. And so I was like, I got to remedy this. So we created a protein latte using collagen, maple syrup for a sweetener. We we use the beans that we roast, and we do oat milk. Life is a little better with that. So that's kind of where that started.
So it's a local protein coffee company. You can order online.
Can order it says pre-order, but we do it that way so we're making fresh.
Oh, I'm such a coffee nerd, and I don't know if a lot of my listeners know this, but I'm just going to get nerdy about coffee for a second. I want to know,
Let's go.
where are the beans coming from? What's the roasting process? How do you get from the beans in the fields to the bottles that we see?
Long journey. We get our bean from a company called Genuine Origin. So it's a importing company here in the U.S. and they have a lot of relationship with small farms, and so we can get a better quality bean that way. So once we get it here, we have a friend that we made through a podcast. Her name is Amanda Pumphrys, and she's out of Dixon, and she helps us roast our coffee.
Oh.
Right now, we have a Colombian bean and a Mexico bean. So ours rotate a little bit just to keep it fresh.
So they come and they get roasted by Amanda, and then you brew the coffee. You have to grind it. Duh, I know this.
Yes, you gotta have a good grinder.
You
Gotta have a
grind,
good grinder.
you make it, and then you bottle it.
Well, we pull every shot of espresso.
Okay.
So it's a true latte. Some companies do a cold brew kind of format, but we do espresso. We want to have that true latte flavor. It is time consuming, but it's worth it.
I've had it myself and it's amazing.
That's what we like to hear.
Yes, I will attest to being a fan. What options and flavors do you have right now? I know sometimes you do seasonals or sometimes you have matcha. Like, give us a
Yes.
rundown of your menu.
So right now we have our staple cinnamon maple. So think of a snickerdoodle cookie. Then we have our chocolate. That's for your chocolate milk purist. It hits hard on the chocolate. And then we do run a salted caramel matcha. But that's our three right now.
I need that in my life.
Ask and shall receive.
I know a guy.
You know a guy, definitely.
Okay, so you
And we do cold brew. And we do cold brew also.
right. It's about to get warm outside. Cold brew will be something that we need.
Yes.
Are there any plans in the future to do like larger batches of cold brew for people like
We do a
me who
we
chug?
do 64. We do a 64 ounce. Yeah. So glass jug. We'll deliver and pick up. So we have that available.
Okay. Okay. This is good to know. Um,
Yeah.
I know you've popped up at the gym. You still selling your products there? Fit Lab,
Yes. Yeah, we
chalked
still
up.
have the chalked up training grounds. Yeah, we still have our lattes there.
And then you've also done some local events around town. Do you have any coming up that you'll be at?
So we just did the Fit and Faith 1 year anniversary, but they had that down in Cool Springs.
Mhm.
So that was right after the snowstorm.
Yeah.
We'll probably do a few more events with them. We've done a couple events with the Hybrid Club of Nashville. And then we're trying to bring back our Ruck and Row.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get that set up.
That usually do that in the fall, don't you?
We do, yeah. For those who don't know, Ruck and Row is for childhood cancer awareness. One of my members had a child that went through leukemia at like 18 months. We definitely want to put some time into that. Most of the cancer research dollars that go out, only about 3% of that goes childhood cancer. So it's a pretty low margin. So we try to support true childhood cancer research. So it's a little less invasive for the children.
Such an
But
important
yeah,
cause. And I've been to one of those events and everyone from the community is welcome, correct? You don't have to be a member.
everyone. No,
And
everyone's
it's
welcome.
just a fun competition, partner
Yeah.
competition. And you ruck, you row, you drink some coffee.
30. Yeah, that's right. It's basically 30-minute workout. Your partner rows while you ruck 800 meters. It is uphill and downhill. And you'll just keep that rotation going for 30 minutes. And then we calculate, well, the winners are picked by meters rowed.
Hmm.
So if you don't have a partner, we will find you one happily.
Yes. Do it for the children.
That's right. Yes.
Do it for the children. Awesome. I want to talk to you about your local cafe reviews because those are my favorite videos that you do with your daughter. I think
Yeah,
she's stealing your thunder for sure.
she is. He's passing the torch a little bit. So I'm the overprotective dad. So she doesn't have social media. So she's a teenager without social media. So I let her be on my channel, just to give her some introduction to it, and I can monitor the comments. So yeah, but she loves she loves coffee. Wonder why? And she loves the camera.
Oh, we can tell.
Yeah, she's very confident. She fits the model.
So, for context, Harlow will go out to lots of coffee shops in Nashville and he will rate their espresso, their drip, and then like a specialty drink, right?
Depends on what they have.
Yeah.
Like
And
she will get the specialty, and I'll usually get a vanilla latte or whatever the barista recommends.
how Let's start.
We're always in coffee shops. So, so JP and I were doing it first,
Hmm.
and then his job got extremely busy. So it was hard to schedule. And you kind of got to get in early to the shop so it's not too crowded. Don't want to, it's hard to record in a crowded room.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
especially when Posey's out of school, or we'll leave the house early on the weekend and go grab coffee.
So, how many shops have you visited? There's
Oh,
so many in
and
Nashville, outside of Nashville, everywhere. How many?
we were keeping a counter, but then we did like the Conversation Hearts coffee crawl, and then that added some. So we're probably in the 80s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know how many shops there are in Nashville?
The problem comes a new one opens every month,
Hmm.
but there's around 150 individually owned coffee shops. And I will say Frothy, Bongo, and Honest have multiple locations. And then if you throw in Dunkin', Boo, and Starbucks,
Count. That does not count.
right, those don't count. You're well over 300.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So
A
let's
lot of
just
coffee.
say 80-ish out of 150-ish. That's about half of them.
About halfway.
And gives you
Yeah.
something to do. We still got more, and then more is coming.
Well, we got all the coffee trailers popping up.
Mhm.
So we think Soul and Luna just opened. So we got to go hit them up. I'm trying to think of some new ones. We did Espresso Bar not long ago, but they're running crema. So they're keeping it local. I will say that's probably the hardest part. Eighth the roast is it's in a lot of coffee shops, and everybody does coffee different. So it doesn't matter if they have the same bean, everyone's doing it different. But it is hard to go review the same bean over and over.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That makes
We want to
sense.
change it up. What's your favorite coffee shop?
Okay.
You're on the spot.
Mm.
Top three.
Well, okay. So I have a favorite set of coffee shops for the coffee itself. And then
Okay,
there's
that
like
yes,
different ones for vibes. Does that make sense?
100%.
Okay. So my favorite, I'm going to talk about myself. Favorite for just quality, taste, flavor, crema and honest.
Okay.
I like the top two. And then for vibes, I really like retrograde on
Which
Clifton.
one?
Clifton.
Clifton. Okay.
It's
All right.
really cute and light and airy in there. I like, I think it's called Dawn Cafe in East
Yeah.
Nashville
In the hotel.
in the hotel, in the Drift
It's got good
Hotel.
vibes.
It's
Good vibes.
beautiful, it's cozy, it's warm. And then I like Land of a Thousand Hills in West Nashville.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that was got good vibes.
Those
I
are all
don't
the,
know about the coffee,
right.
but good vibes.
The vibes are good. The food's pretty good. I like that it's
I
dog
have
friendly.
dog friendly helps.
Yeah.
I I don't know if you've been, but Living Water in the Nations, East Nashville too, but Nations is great work environment
You
because
told me that, and I
it's
have
pretty quiet.
been meaning to go.
Great coffee.
Maybe I'll go there and edit this podcast episode.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Are they open normal coffee shop hours?
Yeah, they're open. I think they open at 7. So 7 to honestly, because they do the beer also, they're 7 to late. Yeah.
Right. Add it to my list. I try to keep a list as well, especially when I first came to Nashville. I visited for the very first time February 2018, and I started a list on my
All
phone
right.
because my friends were locals and they're like, these are the best shops. And then I just stopped the list. And now there's hundreds of coffee shops in town and I can't keep track of them.
Some closed, some open. It gets crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you been to Silver Fox?
Once.
Okay. Thoughts?
I like the vibes. Coffee was okay. It was really
Okay.
busy
Yeah, that
when I
hurts them
was there.
sometimes.
It does. It's kind of distracting, but
Yeah.
I like it a
And
lot.
parking's hard.
Yes. Over there
So
in Music Row.
yeah. But I had I should say a great coffee experience, but it was not busy
They're opening a new one.
in Brentwood though.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think you stay up to date on all of the coffee things more than
I
I
try.
do. And so you're going to have to be everybody's source of information. You're like the Nashville coffee influencer.
There's a few out there, but I try to compete.
I trust you the most.
I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. We try to be honest. Like sometimes my face can't hide the scores.
Being a business owner of multiple businesses at multiple times, having kids, commuting, how do you balance all of that? Your health journey, your professional journey? Give us some tips and
Uh,
tricks because I'm genuinely saying this. I really look up to you as a member of the community and the fitness community and the coffee community.
like we talked, it's the flow of life, and I have an amazing wife.
Shout out to Lisa.
Shout out to Lisa. Yes, I have an amazing wife. So we work well together, but sometimes I have to. I try to always have fitness forward, but sometimes you do have to just move. Like we go back to that, right?
Yep.
Like today, I'll go after this, and I got school pickup, and then we're right back to school for a for not an event, yeah, choir event tonight. So we got to balance all that. And what's tonight? And Lisa has like a girls' night, so I'm in control.
Mm,
So I'll get a quick workout at some point today.
teamwork.
Teamwork, yeah, always.
Teamwork is your secret, would you say?
Teamwork's the secret. And as a parent, there is a sacrifice level. Like either you gotta get up early in the morning and get it done, whatever that is. I mean, that doesn't always have to be your workout, but it may be just scheduling life, planning life, paying bills, whatever that is, or working on the business, or it's late night. You kind of have to pick sometimes.
Sound advice. Good advice. You handle it well.
Most of the time.
If you'd like listeners to find you online or follow you, where would the best way, where should they go to
Instagram,
do that?
Instagram, of course. So CAFCON, CAFFCON. Had to shorten it down from confident from confident.
Yeah.
But on Instagram for that, as far as like training and stuff, I still have the Fit Lab, Nashville Fit Lab, on Instagram or our website.
Awesome.
Yep.
Great. Thank you so much for being on the Connected Health podcast.
Hey, well, thank you for having me on. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
Big fan, big supporter. And definitely we'll get you some coffee.
Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.